Hi friends, welcome back. I'm Elaine and I'm living with autoimmune disease and I'm back. I have been missing from YouTube and I have missed chatting with you guys in the comments. I know I've been really slow to respond to comments and I've been really slow about putting up a new video. And my goal for this channel has always been to put a video out once a week, and I've failed miserably at that. There is a reason why. My last month has not been the easiest month. It has been full of things. I work full time. So I have been on ADA accommodations for my job. I am a full-time employee of a company, and I have been working from home through the pandemic. That expired, and it has taken me back into the office a couple of days a week. And that might not seem like a big thing, but I didn't realize what a break my body was getting by working at home. That really has enabled me to, I guess, focus on health. My health hasn't been the best in the last 2 years. Just being at home and working full-time from home has really allowed me the opportunity to kind of rest my body and focus on just getting my work done here. But going into the office obviously requires waking up early, getting my body thawed out, like going in and sometimes just being social with people. Although it's great for our mental health, it's sometimes exhausting when you don't feel the best. So I have been going into the office. That has been probably a little bit over a month now, and I am feeling that greatly. I have to work full time. I had my employment before I got sick, so I do have certain accommodations in place with my employer, like intermittent FMLA and that kind of thing. So I need to keep working because I need my health insurance. Anybody who's sick probably understands that. Our medications are very expensive and our healthcare is very expensive. The other thing is my health hasn't been the greatest. I've been dealing with a lot of fatigue, a lot of headaches. I have a condition called occipital neuralgia. So part of the inflammation that is in my body, the inflammation hits on my occipital nerve, which is in your skull area, and that causes migraines. And I had received nerve blocks for that in the past, and they worked greatly. And the whole point was to stay off migraine medication. But the insurance company quit approving nerve blocks. I have been dealing with a lot of headaches and jaw pain and ear pain and just the whole thing. It's not fun. And when I say headaches, I mean migraines. They're just awful and they're daily. There is a reason why, and part of going back into an office setting was that I needed to decrease my amount of daily prednisone. I am extremely immune suppressed, and because I'm going to be in a setting with people, I had to work on what was the best course of action for my medicine and being in an environment with people and protecting me from serious COVID infection if I acquired COVID, which is realistic. I have been out of the public setting for some time. I've been here, like I said, working from home, away from people. And so going back into the office, I had to decrease my prednisone since I can't decrease my other medications. If you're curious what I take Cellcept and Actemra and daily prednisone. So I can't give up the other two. They're very important to my health and my stability. And so I had to decrease the prednisone just so if an infection happened, I'd have a little bit of a fighting power, I guess, in my immune system. So the decrease in prednisone has obviously created problems because my drug cocktail doesn't work to the best of its abilities. I am not going to sit here and lie and say that I'm completely falling apart, but it is not it's not ideal to what I would want to be functioning at. And actually we had that discussion I went and saw a scleroderma specialist like 4 months ago, but I put out a video on that. So if you haven't seen that, I'll link that down below. But I saw a scleroderma specialist, and we all kind of agreed that I probably do need some kind of a medication change and to probably go back to something that I was using before. It doesn't mean that Actemra is not working, it's just not working great for me, which is also another problem, is that I have an overlap condition. So I have rheumatoid arthritis and systemic sclerosis, or scleroderma. And I don't know if it's the RA acting up or the scleroderma. And so I went and had a Vectra test, which, if you're not familiar with that, it is a specific test for rheumatoid arthritis to see how well your medication is controlling your rheumatoid arthritis. And if you want more information on that, or you're interested in that, leave me a comment down below. I guess I can make a video about Vectra if you haven't ever heard of it or you're curious about it. So I had that. And then in the midst of all of this, I tell you what, I'm fatigued, but we had an appointment with the hematologist, and it came to everyone's attention that my iron is actually trending down again. And I have iron deficiency anemia. It's part of my illness. A couple years ago, I received Injectafer infusions for iron. My iron levels were extremely low by the time I got the Injectafer. It worked really well. Everything stayed stable. So we thought we were doing well, but it is trending down again. So I had to go for an iron infusion and get some iron, and I just did that. So I can't really tell you if it has helped yet. I'm kind of working through some side effects with that. You probably hear a lot of noise in the background because the day we were doing the iron infusion, which was about 3 days ago, we had an indoor rainstorm. We live in a communal setting, so we have a unit above us, and their pipe burst, and unfortunately it caused a rainstorm into our unit. So we have holes in the ceiling right now where they had to cut out the wallboard, and they're letting it dry, and so they have this huge dehumidifier in here to get everything dried out before they can patch it up. So there's a lot of noise, and that's just not really helpful when you have a chronic illness either. I'm very thankful I don't have Sjogren's because it's very dry in here, and I can't imagine having Sjogren's and having to live with an industrial strength dehumidifier, which, you know, is very dry, and we're having to remember to drink a lot of water. I think that having an outside thing like that also kind of affects your emotional health, and your emotional health affects your physical health. It's all a cycle. Y'all know it's a cycle. And so that is where I am. I don't really like to do woe is me stuff. That is not my thing. But I feel like I wanted to come on here to tell you guys like where I've been, that I miss you. And it has never been my intention to ignore comments. Like, I love talking to you guys. Life happened. Life happens. And I think it's important to remember that sometimes things look perfect on social media, things look perfect on Instagram or Facebook, like of our friends, but you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. Like, you don't know what kind of pain people are living in or what's going on really in their life, because on social media, of course, we just want to put our best foot forward, right? Like you want to look good. I mean, nobody wants to post a picture of what they look like when they roll out of bed in the morning. Things aren't always perfect or what they seem to be, and it's just a bump in the road. But you know, there's some things that had to give, and today I'm supposed to be at a birthday party for a friend, and David had to work. David's my husband, if you all didn't know that. And there's no way that I could have gone by myself, because I can't. I'm thoroughly tired, and I know my health is not in a place where I can venture out on my own right now. Like, I kind of need somebody with me. Some things have to give, and it sucks, but that's what chronic illness life is. But it's just a bump in the road. That's all it is. And we'll figure it out. Like, we've been figuring this out for a while. So I am very blessed. I have a great medical team. I have great friends. I have good family, and I have all of you, and I'm thankful to have all of you. And so I guess if you have any questions, leave me a question down below, and anything in particular or specific, I guess, that I didn't answer about where I've been for the last month, or if you have any questions about any of that. And I think probably we're due for a medication change, and as soon as I discuss it with my rheumatologist, or we kind of put our heads together about it, I will share it with you all. But I might have an appointment this week with my rheumatologist, so I am hoping to get some injections. That was another thing, because they quit doing the nerve block for the occipital neuralgia, which I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but we do some trigger point injections instead, and some jaw injections to help that with the headache issues. And for me, that does help. So I'm looking forward to getting some injections this week. David and I are working towards a goal of, we have a fun trip planned in a couple weeks, I guess 3 weeks or so, and we're working towards that. So I'm trying to get myself in a good health spot. I think I've pretty much just rambled, so hopefully you all have found this helpful where I've been, but I do miss you all, and I will be here. I have some ideas, and I think I really want to get back to putting a video out once a week. That was the goal. So I'm gonna work for that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Just if you want to encourage me, give it a thumbs up. If you want to come along on my adventure, it is sometimes medical, it's sometimes fun, and I would love to have you. The more friends, the more better. Please feel free to subscribe. And until my next adventure, go have yours.